let's talk about the perfect abs. It's one of the body parts that I was known for. And it's about a clear, thick separation between each and every one of the levels of the rectus abdominis, and also the intercostals and oblique clearly defined so that you can see kind of like fingers framing the main ab parts with a clear separation between each one going all the way down into the lower abdomen. And as you go along in this process, you'll start to feel the difference between the styles of training, whether it's foundation, whether it's mastery, whether it's endless growth. And so you want to start tuning in and paying attention to what's going on inside the muscle. And with this one here, unfortunately, because it's not a compound movement, we can recover fairly quick line and go right back into it.
So do you find your pace picks up in general at the end of a foundation workout when you're doing the machines?
If I'm doing a machine, some foundations we are, some we're not. I mean, I'll finish that thought in a second. Just to finish up on that is, you know, as the foundation workout wears on and the exhaustion builds up, you know, it's a bit of a will drill. So I'm intentionally trying to pick up the pace. The actual time of what's happening is slowed down significantly. So, you know, back to where Matt's suggestion about having a stopwatch, checking on it. Not necessarily at first, just get used to knowing how fast am I doing this workout. Serge Nubret had a thing that was called the pro rep method, I guess, and he used to see how fast he could do his training each workout. And so there's lots of different ways to cut it, but it's something to think about. So we're going to get set up on the next exercise and hit the biceps now, because we've got the back already trashed, and we're doing back and biceps in this foundation routine, so we'll see you over there. One of the questions that comes up about foundation training is, how should I be eating? This is my favorite part, and probably the one that everyone likes to hear, is if it exists, you can eat it. In other words, you want to eat everything and anything that you can get in your body, but specifically your results are going to go up if you're eating the organic raw foods and taking the enzymes such as Masszymes to implement the faster growth. We're on the biceps now. We've already fatigued them from the back training, so we're going to do alternating dumbbell curls. So we're going to really get down to some deep fibers to get this biceps party started. So now we've done so much back, your biceps were activated. So one of the reasons we're putting back and biceps in the sequence in the foundation routine is we want to hit both exercises in the same workout. And we'll include chest, shoulders, and delts because we're doing a lot of pressing movements. And you know, all the quads move in the next one. So in the foundation training, we're trying to work kind of groupings of muscle as opposed to working muscles in isolation, right? So it's part of the little in-depth of why we do what we do. Okay, let's hit it again.
Something to notice is the palms are up, facing up all the time. And that really changes which part of the biceps get trashed. Sometimes it's good to do the twisting, or the pronation as it's called, or sometimes it's good to put the palms up.
One of the things I'll always do in between sets is just shake it out.
Yep.
You know, again, we go into the massaging if you have to. Just feel, work them out. Whatever it takes, you know. staying focused, and you come back as your oxygen tank. You can see already, and that the oxygen just building up, and I'm having a little bit more trouble breathing in between sets. Well, I think the perfect back looks like that. Narrow waist and flaring out lats that just keep to go on forever. It makes it kind of looks like you're gonna fly. Coupled with two thick columns of muscle mass that support either side of the spine. And then ultra refined detail, another muscles just popping out each little place like a little mountains and road maps and rivers and valleys that are all across the back, coupled with insane hardness and detail. That's the kind of back that always gets a ooh and an ah out of a crowd or on a beach. In actuality, in a real full-on, full-blast workout, I probably wouldn't even have the capacity to talk right now. I'd be better off not talking, just focusing on my breathing, because I want to focus on recovery. But again, for illustrative purposes today, we're kind of explaining you the process, so when you go to your workouts, you're just doing them, you know. Again, you're trying to get that explosive power coming out of the start of the exercise. So it's like, you know, power it up. Even if the weight's only moving slowly, you know, you're concentrating on just trying to pull it up there as fast as possible without slinging it. There's a difference, and you see a lot of guys standing there going, slinging. We're not talking about slinging.
I mean, that's a back shoulder exercise.
We're talking about explosive lifting, which is very different than slinging. So be a gun builder, not a gun slinger. All right, enough with the jokes. They don't get any better than that, folks, so bear with us. Again, keeping mentally focused, writing down between the sets. Okay, and then we're gonna hit. Well, the perfect hamstring to me is clear separations between each and every one of the hamstring muscle groups. So when the person stands there and flexes, you can see the separation between each one. Or from the side, it kind of hangs down behind the leg in kind of a slight curved corner. So in other words, the leg doesn't look thin. And also, when standing from the front, you can see the hamstrings from the front. In other words, in the inner thighs, you can actually see the development of the hamstrings sitting there. I get my breath here. Take a drink.
You know, I find bicep dumbbell curls really use a lot of energy, because even just stabilizing your back takes some energy.
Absolutely, and we've already fatigued their back in this whole workout. So again, even though we're doing biceps, we're getting some stimulation in our back from just supporting the exercise. And one of the reasons I like this standing is, the whole body is activated. see you over there. Let's continue the gun assault.